Let me tell another story about Caleb. Because Caleb, Kerry, and Mike all lived together in college. I told you this. And one thing about Caleb, he was really proud of his tennis playing ability. He played on the high school team. They went to state and everything, and he was on the team, and he liked to brag and talk about, yeah, man, tennis, I'm a good player. And I didn't really know. I didn't play. I played with him one time, but I'm basically a beginner. I didn't know anything about tennis. Talked to some other people that played him, and they didn't like how he played because he put a lot of spin on the ball. But I mean, tennis is tennis. But anyway, he kind of took it serious. They went to state and everything, and then they moved to the apartment they lived in college and had a tennis court. Well, Mike and Kerry had tennis rackets, and Caleb was like, oh yeah, we should play. Because Caleb was, again, really proud of his tennis playing ability, and he didn't have much. Like, he played poker with us. He was not the best poker player out of our group. He wasn't athletic. But then again, I don't think he really cared that much other than for tennis, because we'd go pick up basketball, and the dude would play in jeans and boots. So if that tells you anything about him. But one thing I will say about Caleb is whenever he did one thing well in anything we were doing, whether it was we played like volleyball during the summer, we'd play basketball, we'd play other stuff. If he did one thing right, he turned into Coach Caleb. He would tell you how to play, tell you what to do. He'd start ordering people around. When he was awful and had no business telling anybody what to do. We called it getting the Caleb syndrome. But anyway, I digress. Him and Mike and Kerry would play each other in tennis, and Mike and Kerry just both beat him. And we didn't play tennis. Like, me, Mike, and Kerry were golfers. We didn't go out and play tennis. They just started playing it because they had a thing nearby. So, Caleb, he would get so mad when they would beat him. Because, it burns somebody up. It's like, say you're like on The Office when Phyllis knocked Kevin out of that poker tournament. He's like, yeah, I got a World Series bracelet, and she knocked him out. He was so mad, and he'd keep trying to play him, and they kept beating him. Like, it'd be one thing if it was like, hey, they played and beat him, and it was kind of a fluke, because it could happen with tennis and stuff. Like, upsets can happen, but Caleb never beat either of them. And that poor guy, I don't think he's played tennis again since. He very quietly quit playing and quit talking about it. But that poor guy, he thought he was so good, and it turns out he wasn't.